Hello friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols, the Advanced Protocols Project. Reality is more than just our senses. We sense reality as a certain area, which is basically what we can touch, hear, see, feel. Reality seems to be things like particles. But we also know reality seems to be more than what our senses can access. We know from consciousness that consciousness is able to go beyond reality, it seems, or our normal traditional senses of reality. And that particles are sometimes not just particles, little dots. Sometimes they can also be waves, but these aren't physical waves that you can touch with your senses. These are waves of probabilities, so they're conceptual waves. And a lot of people wonder what is consciousness seeing on the other side? What is consciousness accessing? Consciousness is accessing something else. It seems also that UFOs seem to access something else. And black holes definitely seem to access a different part of space-time that we don't understand, that isn't within our senses. Entanglement physics definitely seems to access some sort of aspect of physics that we don't understand. And the same thing with what's smaller than a Planck. We've got speculations, it's strings or this or that. For those of you who know what remote viewing is, remote viewing certainly accesses things beyond our traditional senses and beyond normal space and time understandings. And there's many other things that do. But we want to talk about in this episode how consciousness, UFOs, and black holes all connect. In the center of our galaxy, there is a rotating, super massive black hole. And our universe has many black holes, but not all of them have the same structure or shape. But from our current understandings of physics, and according to very recent studies and papers, we have our traditional event horizon. And then below the event horizon is something called the Cauchy horizon. And inside that, there's an area called Cauchy space, and then there's another Cauchy horizon on the bottom. So physics normally in the past couldn't understand what was going on past the event horizon, but now there's new theories, and they're pretty solid, that there is something called Cauchy space. And this Cauchy space only exists in rotating supermassive black holes. And unlike traditional black holes, where everything gets spaghettified and reduced into the most subatomic particles they can be stripped down to, in Cauchy space, complex molecules can form and maintain structure. And in a previous video, we were discussing how a civilization could live in this awkward spiral movement that is Cauchy space. But let's dive deeper than Cauchy space, past this lower line where physics then completely breaks down. Past that, we reach again the Lyman, this area of the subconscious, the largest area. In our galaxy, you pass this line down here. And whether it connects to God or the monad, or some people say it's different things, like just simply another dimension. It could be the bulk or de Sitter space. Some people think our universe is a simulation, and it could be the motherboard. Many Buddhists and others think it's the oneness that connects us all. And many think it's love. But whatever it is, there is something underneath the surface that consciousness connects to, UFOs connect to, black holes connect to, entanglement physics does, remote viewing and so many things. Our universe is not just particles, and it's not just waves. Our universe is data and consciousness. Without the consciousness, the data of the universe is meaningless. So we have the data and the consciousness. So let's go back over here for a moment. Why is the black hole in the center of our galaxy so important? Well, it is the widest Cauchy horizon in our galaxy. It is the widest access to the Lyman in the galaxy. Now we believe, on the other side, even though modern math breaks down here, we believe that underneath the Lyman, both horizons, there is an area where the mass is that fell into the black hole. And we believe that mass is still there. I'm sure you've seen science demonstrations of a sheet of rubber and a bowling ball, and the bowling ball bends down the rubber space to represent the sun, and you can roll other balls, smaller balls around it like planets. But if you wanted to do that same demonstration with a black hole, you would make that bowling ball 50 times denser. And what it would do is it would shape like that, kind of a big, long, kind of stretched out balloon shape. And we believe that the mass is still there, keeping the black hole open. Like in the center of our galaxy, the mass must still be there, or the black hole in the center of our galaxy should collapse. There's nothing holding it open. So although modern physics hasn't accepted the fact that there's mass there, there is. But what's also there, and most importantly, is the widest access to the Cauchy horizon. And that's interesting for a bunch of different reasons. One is people like Joe McMoneagle stated that remote viewers have the strongest power, statistic accuracy, during times where the Earth is facing the galactic center, unobstructed. Well, anyway, I just thought there was a lot of interesting thoughts hodgepodged in there together, and I thought it'd be fun to share with you. Much love.